Hello and good morning to you. My natural curls back with something a little different this morning. I woke up this morning. It's very early in the morning. Well, not early, very early, but it's early in the morning, and the Lord had placed something in my spirit. And normally, when He gives me a word, I will put it in my phone so I don't forget, or I write it down. But I began writing this morning, and I just felt the need to just stop and just come do a video. But what He was letting me know is that it takes the right people that God will place in your life to see the very thing that He placed in your life that you cannot see. Now, if you can relate to what I'm saying, you will understand what I'm saying. But there are people in your life that they won't mention anything about your future. They can't see, and not because they're just naive. It's just because that certain people are gifted. There are certain people, like I said, when God placed them in your life, He'll put them there for a reason. So now the things that you cannot see that God placed in you, it is these people that God placed in your life that can see those things. And He will send them in your life, and He will send them to reveal it, and He will send them to help pull that out. Pull it out. Now what He gave me symbolically to what I'm speaking about is, notice I said what God has planted in your life. When something is planted in your life, when it's first planted, you take a seed and you plant it in the ground. You plant it underneath the dirt. You plant it underneath the soil. So now you have this seed that is now in the ground, and now it is covered up. Now, if you were to plant that seed and walk off and come back, well, not you plant the seed, because we said that God planted the seed. Now, when God plants that seed and you go to look for that seed, now it's underneath the dirt. It's underneath the soil. Now it's underneath all your life. It's underneath everything that's going on in your life. You can't see what God has planted, because now you have so much going on. You have things coming from the right. You got things coming from the left. So where is the seed? So now God sends someone. Now let me back up a little bit, because even there are friends in your life that can come up to that same area to where this seed is planted, and they will walk, and they will never know that seed is there. They will never know. But then God sends along the right one that can look and say, oh my God, God has planted something. You just don't know what He has placed in your life. You just don't know. So now that it is revealed to you, now you know what to do. You begin to pray and ask God, well, Lord, reveal to me that thing that you have placed inside of me. Reveal to me your calling for my life, the dreams and the plans that you have for my life. So now that God has revealed to you what He has placed inside of your life, that seed is begin to get water now. Now we know where to go to water. Now we begin to water that seed. We begin to fertilize that seed until that seed is now beginning to grow. It is beginning to grow, and now it's going to break the dirt. Thank you, Lord. And when it begins to break the dirt and come forth, the plans that He has for your life will begin to birth forth. That's why it is important to know and to have the right people in your life. You only have one life to live. One life to live. Do you want to live, or do you want to die? You want life, or do you want death? Now, everything in life, As I remember, as a little girl, as Miles Monroe said, everything in life has a purpose. This shampoo has a purpose. It is to cleanse the hair. This deodorant has a purpose to keep you from getting stinking and musty. It's a little humorous, but it is true. This face natural mask scrub, it has a purpose. I'm showing you this for a reason. Everything in life has a purpose. You have a purpose. You were not placed here on this earth for nothing. Find what it is. Ask God to let you know what your purpose is. There is a seed that was placed in you before the foundation of the world, before you were even born. There was a seed placed in you. And that seed is there. And it's waiting to be nourished. It's waiting to be fertilized. It's waiting to grow. It's waiting on you. You've got to find what it is. You've got to find that seed. Ask God to reveal it to you. So you begin to water and give it what it needs so it can grow. You don't want to leave this earth and leave with all the goodness that God has placed inside of you. Gifts that change lives. So many gifts in so many ways. Oh my God, you just don't know. And what he revealed to me also on yesterday, because I was beginning to get not really frustrated, but sometimes when you wait on people or you begin to listen to what people say, it can kind of turn you away from that, which you know that God has charged you to do. But it's not about the people. It's not about what the people say. It's not what you think that you may sound like. It's not about you. It's about God and it's about his people. Everything that you're going through right now is not about you. Your testimony is for someone else. Your testimony is for someone else. And if you can help someone by telling them your testimony and telling the goodness of Jesus, then you need to do just that. Because the Bible tells us that we are overcome by our testimonies. So every chance you get, if you know that God has blessed you, he has done this miraculous thing in your life, tell somebody. Somebody needs to hear it. You just don't know. Just like when God placed in my life to start the blog that I have, it may not get as many views as I want to now, but if just one person, one soul can look at that blog and be blessed by what they see, then what I have done is not in vain. It is not in vain. I don't want my life to be in vain. I don't want my works to be in vain. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I started the blog, a few people began to comment, and I've noticed there are people not even in the country, people in other countries that thank me for the word. It's not about me. It's not about views. It's not about me being on the pedestal for everybody to say, oh, Sharonda is this, Sharonda is that. If they never notice me, God revealed to me on yesterday as well. When you see me, I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see this. When you see me, I want you to see God. I want you to see on my life a fire. I want you to want to change. People and young people that come up to me, when they see me, you're not going to see Sharonda. You're not going to see me. You're going to see God. Thank you, Lord. We all have to strive to get to that point. We cannot die with the seed that God has planted inside of us. And most importantly, because those of us who have kids, it is important for that seed to grow, because you have kids now that are coming up that need to know They need a mentor. They need someone to follow, someone's footsteps to follow in. They need to know what's right and what's wrong. There is so much that is going on in this world right now that is a shame. You have people dying left and right. Young people, old people, people shooting, people committing suicide. This is not of God. These young people, they are dying with what God has placed within them. It grieves my heart to even hear of the many stories, not really stories, but the news that floods Facebook and all these social media sites. You know, it grieves me. It grieves my spirit. Because I want to be the change. I want to make a difference. I want to help save the children, save the people. It's just so much going on. I don't even know how I got off on that subject. But I was discussing it yesterday with a couple family members, and it's just sad. And people are not even afraid anymore. They're not afraid. The enemy is bold now.